Us now, former Home Depot CEO and chair, Bob Nardelli. Bob, let's set aside the negative media bias on Trump and what he's trying to do here. What do you make of the faith, in other words, the fair trade and reciprocity for America that the president is doing? We know that Democrats and the media are going to downplay it. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow in Geneva?
Well, thank you for having me on this evening. The UK announcement could not have come at a better time. And I think it represents a tremendous boost for the U.S. economy. $5 billion in potential additional trade, whether it's agriculture, coming from beef, ethanol, et cetera. So I think it sets the stage, Elizabeth, for a very productive talk this weekend in Switzerland. Also, the fact that President Trump signaled this potential 80% tariff. And I think another important part of what's happened here is not only the percent of tariff, but it's the equalization of trade. The old thing about free trade, but fair trade. And I think, again, this is proof positive of what happened in the UK, of what's going to happen. That's the first domino to fall. And I think we're going to see a lot more of these to the benefit of the United States to not only get free trade, particularly in the UK, some areas were blocked from us. But if you look at, again, the fairness of this thing, he's going to let 100 cars come in from the UK at 10%. Okay. Last year, we only shipped about 20,000 cars the other way. So again, I think he's being very reflective and fair in the negotiations that's taking place, Elizabeth. Yeah,
the story about China, it cheats, right? It's been abusive and it has been cheating. The Trump team is weighing a plan to cut its 145% tariff on Chinese imports by more than half to as low as 50%. Yes. That's the reports coming in. The president said today it could be 80%, saying that, quote, seems right. So what do you think? Do you think that China will step up? It's been really difficult through the years to get a fair trade deal with China.
Yeah, well, even if you negotiate a trade with China, again, proof is in their ability to execute or stay compliant with that agreement, as we know, Elizabeth, over the years. But I think President Trump took the first step of reconciliation. We've been banging on each other here for last few weeks, few months. I think he's putting out a signal that he's willing to negotiate and try to develop a working relationship with China, which is critical. There's no question. The balance of trades with China are favored in their direction. So we're just trying to get, again, not only fair trade but free trade at the same time. So I think this is a good signal. I I have tremendous confidence in Secretary Bessent of Treasury. He is an unbelievably competent individual, and he's going over there. He's going to negotiate a great opportunity for us, Elizabeth.
Bob Nardelli, thank you for being with us.